People are calling for him to shut it down right now and say, what do you have to gain? Just wait, put yourself in bubble wrap until June and be the number one pick. And he's saying, no, that's not what I'm about. For me, it's basketball first, everything else second. He's talking about what would Kobe Bryant do? He said, if you went to Kobe Bryant and you said, shut down your season, he'd look at you like you're crazy. And that's exactly the type of competitor that Victor Wembanyama is. And that's another reason why NBA teams are so enamored with this guy.
Jeff, I was going to say, like, the ceiling that we've talked about, it's Hall of Famer. It's one of the all-time greats. I think that the other thing is, like, his floor is incredibly high. I mean, like, let's say some of that stuff doesn't translate. Some of the stuff, where he would take one dribble and just easily finish at the rim like he did today in a couple of ones. And, maybe some of the fadeaways he gets pushed around a little bit because of his weight. Like, let's say some of that does not translate. He's still an elite jump shooter with range out to 30 feet like we saw today. He's still an elite shot blocker that covers ground incredibly well. So you're going to, like, worst case scenario, he's a 7'4", high level 3-and-D guy. Like, that's a floor that we've never seen.
But
that's something that we've never seen. Like,
he can handle the ball. He does everything.
Like, his worst case scenario is still something we've never seen. He's the guy that can play crazy. The
role. He can go get his own shot. He's lethal in the mid post, in the low post, in the high post. I mean, this guy scores from everywhere on the floor. And that in the NBA game with the spacing that he's going to have, that stuff translates. You talk about the floor. The only thing that we worry about is the body, 7'4", guys that size, there's been a history of injuries, So I've spent some time, drilling down on that, talking to Victor, talking to his camp, saying, what is the plan here? And they told me for the last 3 years, this guy has seen every specialist in the world, the best ones for feet, for back, for everything, for knees, just to make sure, what does his daily regimen look like? From when he wakes up to when he goes to sleep. We saw it the last few days, the amount of stretching that he's doing, the activation. There's a full-time guy dedicated just to his body when he's on the bench, taking care of him. In the practice yesterday, 45 minutes, just, working on his body, tweaking everything. He still has not lifted a weight in his life because he wants to fill out his frame naturally. He doesn't want to get too big. He doesn't want to lose that mobility, that fluidity. That's what makes him special. He's working, in terms of learning how to land. That's something that he works on. After he dunks, how does he come down? After he blocks, how does he come down? They're really not leaving anything to chance there in terms of the amount of detail that they're putting in to making sure he has that longevity to have a 15-year NBA career.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.